Hi, I'm just doing my makeup right now. It's not very exciting. Stop it! It's almost like I'm balancing my phone on random objects and I'm using a tripod. Gee, I wonder why the results aren't what I want. Alright. Either the lens of the camera is really dirty or just the glass, because it looks very foggy. Oh wow. Yeah, fun times. I'm just doing my makeup. And I've done most of my foundation, but like, not all of it. Always blend into your neck. Always. Because otherwise you'll look like a crazy person with different, slightly different, like, ombres of white fading in different parts of your, I don't know, whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's just good. What? Like when, like the Instagram contour that looks stupid, where they just, like, they do a full face of foundation, but then they do a full face of, like, contour, highlight, bronzers, and blushes, which made putting on foundation completely pointless, because they just put product on top of the product. Like, if you're doing that, just use your contour stuff. Like, when hold up. I don't usually contour, like, that way, but if I do, I use this, and I don't wear foundation. I just put it on, blend it in, and then maybe a light dusting of powder on top, and that's it. I don't want to be crazy here. So I use eyeshadow for powder because I'm a professional. I just find it works really well. So, yeah. And normally, okay, so most people don't need to bake their foundation. It's stupid, and you're just putting like a cake ton of product all over your face. However, there are some exceptions where it makes sense. Like if you live in a super hot, humid climate, like I do, or have oily skin, like I do. So I got both. Even still, like if it's like a less humid day, I'll only do one or the other. But I have to do like an oil control lotion and like underneath my foundation, which can't have any oil in it also. And it still only works a little bit. And then I use powder, which like helps some, but it's still not even like perfect. I just like, I don't know. I just have really oily skin. I always have. It's really frustrating. Also, like when people are baking in their foundation, they make it so there's no point wearing foundation because they take like a mat of brush or sponge or whatever, and they like press that thing in there, and then they just like smash it all over their face. What was the point of doing foundation if you're just gonna cake that much powder on? Why? And then they brush it off. What? I don't understand people, like, I swear. It just makes no sense to me. I love that Wayne Goss makeup artist guy. He's so real. He's just like, this makes sense, this is dumb. This is an awesome trick, do it this way. This is stupid, why would you do that? This only looks good in photos, and in person you look mental, and this looks like good. What's the point of wearing makeup when you're doing this? Or you should do blah blah blah. Like, he's so real and just it makes sense. He explains everything, demonstrates on his face. He's just like, this is what's up, and that's that. And I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Yes! I'm like losing definition. It's my dream. I just do really, really, like, if I'm gonna bother doing makeup, it's not like a work look, because at work I wear like naturally light makeup, like normal person makeup. But if I'm not actually gonna bother like doing my face, I'm going all out, and there's gonna be a lot of dark colors, and that's That's what I want. Okay! Excuse my aggression. I'm not even apologizing. I'm just saying that because it sounds polite. Do you like that I haven't shaved my armpits in like ages? I'm not apologizing for that either. You know why? Because I didn't feel like it and I don't want to. Sometimes I want to, and I do. Sometimes I don't, and I don't. Sometimes shave my legs like every single 3 days. Sometimes it'll be like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I don't care. Because it's my body, and if I feel like doing something, I will, and if I don't, I don't. And just like with my hair color, or the kinds of clothes I wear, my mind changes all the time. Not that all that personal information meant anything, or anybody need to know that, but... Yep. That's just me explaining things. Alright, I use eyeshadow for like everything. I use eyeshadow for blush. I use eyeshadow for eyeshadow. I use eyeshadow to contour, unless I'm doing that thing. When I mean contour, I just mean highlight literally only my cheekbones. Like, that's pretty much it. I don't do the whole crazy stuff. If I'm doing, I guess it's what you'd probably consider an e-girl look, which really is just using warm tones, like, on the cheeks, which apparently, it, like, makes my freckles look really good. Oh, also, e-girls draw on freckles. I have them. I'm, like, authentic freckled person here. But I use eyeshadow for that, too. Anyway. So I'm using gray eyeshadow that I clearly like this color a lot of. And I just pat this cute little brush in. I'm being an amateur and looking at my own self instead of the camera. But that's okay. And then I pull my hair out of my face. I usually just get makeup all up in my hair. I'll show you my semi trick, which isn't even one. I even have a brush in here. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Then I'm always afraid I use too much product because I can never tell. So I like do this. I don't blend until I've done both sides, otherwise you can't tell how much product you put on. Does that make sense? I'm just using the powers of eyeshadow. I think very few things in makeup need to be, like, nice and pricey. I think, eyeliner can make a big difference. But it doesn't have to. I think for eyeliner you don't need to buy, like, super, super nice. You just need to buy, like, the high end of low quality. Does that make sense? Like, you don't need to buy... I used to, like, always buy the Kat Von D eyeliner, and it's really nice. I like it a lot, but it's like $20. It lasts like a pretty long time, but $20, come on. I use the Milani and the NYX eyeliners now. They're like, not like cheapo, like, they don't cost as little as e.l.f. does, but they're pretty nice, and like, the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner is like a pretty alright Kat Von D dupe. For being like half the price, it does a pretty solid job. In my opinion, with a lot of makeup, it comes down more to practicing than like your product. Foundation, you don't want to get like super crappy foundation, unless it's powder foundation. Powder foundation can be dirt cheap, and it just doesn't, like, my favorite powder foundation is like just like the CoverGirl stuff. It just works. It's fine. I have nicer ones too, but it just, whatever. But for liquid, I, especially since my skin's so oily, I have a hard time finding stuff that's chill. This NYX stuff is actually really good. When you have as oily skin as I do, your foundation's kind of always just gonna be an oil slick. Like, there's kind of nothing you can do about it. But you can use products that just, like, aren't as bad as other ones. Like, I use, oh, what's it called? Well, I can't remember now. But I've also used the Kat Von D foundation. Horrible if you have oily skin. It just, like, is wet. Your makeup just, like, liquefies off your face. It's disgusting. Yes. For eyebrows, I use this liquid eyeliner. Because it just does a good job for what I want. I think my eyebrows are too long, actually. Let me trim those puppies real fast. Where's that little doodad? That's a lot of work. Maybe really graceful and like hold this with my knees. So if you can't tell, I only have like half eyebrows. Well, like I guess it's 2/3. It's just easier that way. Sometimes I have no eyebrows, but that's also a lot to maintain, which is also kind of annoying. So I usually just these are the wrong scissors. I usually just keep them really short, and it's pretty chill. Where are my little scissors? I'm also late to meeting my friends, but it's fine, because they're kind of always late anyway. And they kind of know I'm always late, so it's... Hold on. So it's, like, totally fine. I used to, like, always be, like, early to everything. And just somewhere in the last few years, that just never happened ever again. What? I think I was always, like, punctual because I was, like, super, super anxious. And I'm still, like, a pretty anxious person, but definitely not as anxious as I used to be, which may not be noticeable to other people, but, like, I know, like, how my thought patterns have been. And even though I'm still an anxious person, I'm definitely not as anxious as I was. I still get, like, stressed out and stuff, but I try to keep me getting stressed out about stuff that's real instead of just imaginary worries about things that could happen. So, like, now I get stressed about, like, my bills and stuff, which, like, are stressful, you know? I know, like, worrying isn't gonna fix anything. You know how many times people say that? Oh, well, worrying doesn't solve anything. You think I don't know that? Who doesn't know that? Obviously I know that. I'm not just like, you know, I could solve my problems, but instead I'm just gonna get freaked out. No, nobody does that. I hate when people are like, oh, it doesn't solve anything, so that should just make you feel better. No, it doesn't. I'm just worried because, like, there's a lot of pressure to, like, survive and do stuff that's gonna keep you, you know, in the best condition for the future and stuff like that. It's, like, a lot to think about. I know it doesn't make you, like, do anything better by being worried or whatever. I get that. And, like, I try to have a meditative practice. It's not, like, perfect. I don't do it, like, every day or anything, but I try to do, like, mindfulness exercises fairly frequently and just kind of try to look after myself. And it helps. Did I, like, put this weirdly lower? Okay. But, like, I'm still not perfect, and it's still hard, you know, just doing anything. Anything is hard. Nope, not that one. Here we go. I have 2, like, gel black eyeliners. So, like, the next one, I think is a pretty good lipstick. But it's, like, a little stickier, which makes it, like, an okay lipstick, because it, like, stays on. But this e.l.f. one is smooth, but it dries very fast. So I don't like it for lipstick, because it's almost a little too drying. It dries so fast that when you dip your brush in, you have to, like, cover the lid on it, because it dries so fast. Which is awesome for eyebrows, because if you accidentally itch yourself, you won't, like, have a dark smear just, like, crazily down your face. But on the other hand, it means that, like, you better, like, know what you're doing. You better not mess it up, because then you have to take off all the layers of makeup underneath, and, you know, sometimes I'll just do my eyebrows and then carefully try to do foundation around it. And honestly, that makes more sense sometimes, depending on what look I'm doing. Especially if you're just gonna, like, put light colored eyeshadow around anyhow, and I use eyeshadows powder anyway, so it's kind of all the same. I have to be quiet during this part, obviously. Is this better? Don't take anything too seriously, except all the times when you're freaking out. See how living makes no sense? This is a long video. That's fine, you're all in this together. According to my analytics, for all 30 of you, people stop watching after a couple minutes. But also a lot of my videos are super short, so I don't know how accurate that's gonna be. If they were all the same length, it'd probably be pretty good, but since some of my videos are like 40 seconds long, you know, and some are like 25 minutes. Do you ever get just the backup vocals from a song in your head? Not the rest of the song. Just like 40 seconds of backup vocals. I have some in my head right now. I don't even remember what the song's called. I just remember like this choiry kind of harmonizing soundy thing, but kept to a certain beat, and it's in my head, but just that part of the song. Arguably better than the rest of the song. Anyway, I think my eyebrows are like pretty even. I think this side's like slightly thicker, but it could be the angle. Let me see. It's like a slightly. I find that if you get the very middle and then the very outside pretty much the same, the rest is slightly less noticeable. Like, obviously if one's like way thicker or thinner than the other, then yeah, but also sometimes it might not be a whole line that's thinner. It might look like that. It's actually like, it'll be like across, and then it'll be like a slight dip, and the rest will be across. So you'll fill up the whole thing because it looks thinner. But actually, if you just fill up that little dip in the middle, the whole thing will look even with the other one. It's an optical illusion! I'm just shouting at you, I'm sorry. Whoever you are, you could be anybody. You could be me, you could be your best friend, which is probably who you are. Hi, Autumn. But if you're not her, tell me in the comments. But if you are her, also tell me in the comments, because I love you, Autumn. She just did a video today for Valentine's Day. Putting on her wedding dress. She did not explain that her Valentine's Day is her anniversary. Plot hole. So, like, it's cool that she's trying on her wedding dress, but also, like, it's cool that it's, like, her 8-year anniversary while she did that, you know? You gotta impress people with your facts, you know? Like, she's an impressive person, but she doesn't realize how awesome and amazing she is sometimes. Sometimes she thinks, like, yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm like, no, you're really awesome. And just letting people get filled in on some of those little details will help them understand how awesome you are, Autumn. You're so awesome. This is a long-ass video. I'm so late. Oh, well. Why start changing who I am now? Just kidding. It's actually a terrible mentality. Don't do that. Like, I spend more time on my eyebrows than I do any other part of my makeup. Also, when they look, like, fly AF, I'm very proud of them. Like, way more proud of eyebrows than a person should be. I think they're the best way to, like, change up your look, though. That's, like, pretty fine. Like, I'm not really gonna do a lot more than that. Does, like, 10 minutes worth of eyebrows. I'm not gonna do any more. That's pretty okay. Who am I kidding? Okay. Now for Lash Shadow, which is the part that I care less about. I usually just, like, put my brush on a random color on the palette, and that's the one we're using. Alright. I always do the blendy crease first, and then in the exact same color, just pile on more pigment on the lid. It's just probably what everybody does, but I'm just telling you also that's what I do. Also, the secret to, like, all good makeup is literally just blend. Like, just blend more. Like, if your eyeshadow looks crappy and splotchy, you just didn't blend enough. That's it. And if your eyeshadow won't blend, your eyeshadow just sucks, and it might not be you. You don't even have to, like, spend a lot to have blendy eyeshadow. This stuff's e.l.f. Like, I got, like, a palette of, like, what, like 150 little ones of these? And it was, like, $15. That's a lot of eyeshadow for $15. I just have, like, I got, like, a huge neutral palette for, like, Christmas one year, which, I used to, like, wear more fun colors, and then I realized that, like, most of them didn't get used. Like, I did have, like, a couple go-tos, but, yeah. Plus, they were all, like, I had a bunch of really old makeup. I probably keep makeup longer than you're supposed to. But if it doesn't, like, smell weird or separate, like, I'm just kind of using it. Like, anyway, I'm so late. Oh, my friends are gonna be mad at me. Oh, well. It was so I could be vain and look really nice, in my own opinion, because I'm sure other people don't like how I do my makeup, but it's not about them, because life is short, and we have to do what makes us feel like ourselves. We have to make choices that we're proud of later on, but we also can't be so stuck in that mentality that we never express ourselves. It's okay to be like, I look a little silly, but I like it, you know? It's okay to do that. Or be like, man, I look awesome. I'm kind of really scared of being around other people right now because I look awesome, but I definitely know no one else is going to think I look awesome. But I'm going to be brave and just have one coffee somewhere. It's okay if it's only 40 minutes. I'm going to look awesome in public for 40 minutes and be brave, and that's okay. And it's okay if that's where you're at. Or you could do, like, go crazy and do everything. I'm still, like, easing into things. Like, my family probably thinks I look really extreme, but to me, this is, like, a mild version of how I'd want to look. Yeah. My secret magic trick to eyeliner. Rule number 1, liquid eyeliner. Okay, rule number 1, get a felt tip one. Don't do the little wavy brush thing because that's way too hard to control. Rule number 2, don't think about it too much, because the more you think about it, the more you're going to be like, and it's going to mess up more. Rule number 3, start with the wings first, in short little increments, and then do the rest. Because it's way easier to fix the outside than it fix here, and it smears, and then you blink, and then you're crying, and it's like, bleh. You know, it's better than doing that damn thing. Also, you just gotta practice a lot. And, like, don't practice so much at one time that makes your eyes raw, because I've done that. Don't do that. Also, like, use tricks. Like, this corner where my, like, upper and lower eyelids meet, I usually try to start it there, because it's just, like, a good halfway point for the top and bottom of my eye. Just don't think about it too much. Just, like, try to keep your hand level and just don't think about it too much. Just do it. Boom. See, it looks crazy amazing. It's actually uneven, but it's fine. Nobody's gonna be this close, because when you're doing your makeup, you're this close. You're like, yeah, I'm getting this eyeliner on. But when people are, like, near you, they're not that close to your face. Like, unless it's just, like, north and south, like, difference, nobody's gonna tell, so just go with it. And when in doubt, just cover it up with a lot of eyeshadow. Oh, yeah. Also, doing really thick mascara slightly covers up how bad your eyeliner is. Like, just trust me. I always do it like a line here because I feel like it bounces out. Otherwise, I feel like my eyes look really far apart. They probably don't, but in my brain they do, so I always do like the dark line in the middle. I am so... What time is it? Do I even want to know? It won't even show me. That's probably for the best. Yeeps. And I was gonna do my hair and stuff, and that's just definitely not happening now. I'm not so late that my friends are calling me wondering where I am, though, so I'm still in the clear. You other late people, you know what I'm talking about. But, like, when you're late, but you spend a lot of time looking good, and then you get a lot of compliments, it's worth it. Sorry if you can't, like, see anything, but, yeah, I'm doing makeup. I'm just talking about random stuff. Oh, there's a moth in here. Oh, sorry. Perfect. Okay. Now what I do is can you see? I do that, and then I just do some fake lashes. Doesn't have to be perfect, just some little lines. And then when you do your lower mascara, make your eyes like, wow, like there's like paper band, like, ooh, like these, or just like all around your eyes. In my mind, that's how I'm like, and someone goes, Sydney, what? And I'm like, wait, hold on, I gotta do it. Sydney, yes! That's, in my mind, that's what happens. Making this YouTube channel is a terrible idea, because now everybody knows how crazy I am. See, like, I actually did that one way darker, but it's fine. Because eyelashes aren't perfect and even, so when you're putting on fake ones, they won't be perfect or even either. Genius, right? Who knew? Alright, now to pile on the mascara. I don't usually curl my lashes, because don't feel like it. I do always put mascara on my lower lashes, though, like, always. But I, do the tops first, and then I do the bottoms without dipping it again, because otherwise you give, like, way too much product and it gets, like, crazy gunky. That's my magic trick. Can you hear me breathing this whole time? Can you, like, hear that in this whole video? Maybe you can. That's fine. We all have lungs. Am I right? Ba-dun-dun. Okay, then I blink a bunch of times. Because in my brain, some of the mascara goes to the bottom one. That might not even happen, but I feel like it does, so. And then when there's not a lot of product on the thingy after you did the tops, you can kind of be a little bit more liberal with it. And then it, like, does a better job. Again, it's like, I don't know if the lens, this thingy, don't know if that's blurry, or the screen is because it's dirty. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but I can for myself, but not on there, on my mirror. That helps, right? Okay, I'm so late. I spend, like, most of my time on my eye makeup, because I like my eyes. Alright, now I need a lipstick. Let's just do a roulette. Let's just see it black. No, I don't want our black. What else we got? Nor black. No, it's not what I wanted. This is a really great angle. Just neck and armpit. Perfect. This berry color. I like this one. Really professional way to put this on, huh? This is just what works for me. Otherwise, you get, like, too much product on, you know? Do you know what I mean? Look how lifelike my lips are. I know it's, like, messy, but yeah, I don't care. That's pretty alright. Now I'm the prettiest girl at the party, prettiest princess at the party, I don't know, whatever. Let me throw on a dress, real quick, hold up. Alright, do you want to know the secret to, like, a good look? Okay. Spend a lot of time on your eye makeup. Get, like, really awesome shoes. And just keep everything else monochromatic. Boom. I promise you. This, thrifted. I'm just wearing, like, leggings, like a Salvation Army dress, but I have, like, really cool shoes, and I spend a lot of time on my eyes. That's it. My hair, haven't brushed it all day. I had, like, it kind of pinned up a little bit at work, and then it's just kind of, look, see, I have, like, a random hair clip just in a rat. I might take that out if I can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna brush my hair. It's like, my curls like are kind of loose, so they stay together, so even if I don't brush my hair, it like slightly looks like a hairstyle. Wow, this has been 35 minutes. I am so late. I'm sorry, Jerry, and everybody else. Please forgive me. Bye.